Hey collective, what's going on? So we're just going to go ahead and tap into the message, see what spirit wants for us to know. I hope you guys are doing well. Okay. Let's see. First card out. I'm picking up like some sort of emotional draining, emotional triggers or something like that. Or someone is trying to emotionally trigger you to make you feel bad about yourself because that's how they feel about themselves. We have the base chakra. Something is definitely buried deep. Could be some sort of temptation here. The number 1, the number 15, the number 51 or 6 can be significant. The number 115 can be significant as well. We have prosperity. The number 36, 63, or 9 can also be significant. And realization. The number 37, 73, the number 10 transmutes to a 1. So 1 can be very, very, very significant. You can have a life path number 1, born in the first month, first day. Something can be happening in a day, a year, whatever. Something about a 1 though. This can have something to do with a child. You may have one child. Some sort of realization is coming out of this situation. It says, the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. I just said something about somebody is trying to trigger somebody emotionally to hurt them. You might need to realize something in a situation here. In a relationship, it might be many people, multiple people. There may be people that want you to actually stay away from a particular type of person here, collective, but you continue to come back. Maybe that's the temptation. Maybe that's the base chakra. Maybe this is someone who's very close to you. Maybe sometimes you actually you have one foot in, one foot out, maybe, or maybe you take breaks from whoever this individual is. But this is somebody who is very closely rooted in your base chakra, your root chakra. You have to realize this. It says the frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So if something is in your heart and is telling you, nah, you need to listen to it here, collective. For many of you, could definitely be looking for a balance. Like you need to see a change in behavior and follow your own inner compass as well. So for some of you, can be waiting for this, or you can already see the switch up. Okay. That's prosperous right there. The moment you decide something isn't good for you and you decide to leave it alone. But I feel like there's a lot of temptation. There's a lot of maybe hesitation in your root chakra because this could be a really close relationship to you here, collective, to where it can be a little bit difficult to just cut it off. Yeah, truth hurts. Reality check, wake up call, and clear eyes. But I feel like you have to. Bottom of the deck is you lost me. Final straw, self-respect, and power move. I feel like, maybe you had someone in your energy for a long time, and you know what? You're just tired of it. You're tired of them disrespecting you. You're tired of them playing. You're tired of them making you appear that your boundaries are weak. It's like you can possibly take time to kind of restore yourself, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna step away from the situation right now while it's chaotic, and then when it's no longer chaotic, I'm gonna come back around and I'm gonna, continue on the relationship because I care about you, but I will not support you in the chaos. I will support you in the peace. But I feel like somebody knows this, and I feel like they try to keep you in a state of constant chaos within your own self, okay? But I see that you're seeing something here clearly, collective. Because the truth hurts is a wake-up call. Clear eyes. You have clear eyes. You have clear eyes. I don't know what relationship this is, but it's definitely something rooted to the root. And it could also be like a mother wound, a father wound, something like that. Or maybe you find yourself in relationships where it's deeply rooted in your childhood, like, or in your, like, your parents, like, how some people say, oh, I want people like my this, or I want people just like my this, or my mother, my father, whatever. Take it as it resonates. All right, let's see. All right, Holy Spirit, give us a message. Precise. The root chakra in this temptation. We have the King of Cups. So I told you, it's something with your emotions. Somebody knows that you have a big heart here, collective, and you're a very supportive energy to be around. It's like something you need to be telling something no, but you're still saying yes. It's something you need to cut off here in your emotions here, collective. And I feel like it really stems from the past. Maybe how you were raised. Here we have the Fool. Something about your past here, collective. Something about your journey. It's like, why do I hear people want to like block you here, collective? It's like people don't like when you have that forward movement kind of thinking, where they don't like. I feel like if you have to start over here, collective, you always have like a optimistic way of seeing something, but somebody else, like maybe around you, feels like that's a weak trait. You know what I'm saying? Or like, yeah, like it's like you always moving around or something, like it's always weak, but somebody feels like maybe you need to stay in something here, collective, that is really toxic. But you go, you beat to your own drum. You walk to the beat of your own drum. I feel like you might also need to pour more compassion into yourself here, collective, because I feel like who that's going to resonate with this message, you get beat down a lot emotionally. And this is like pleasure. People enjoy seeing you react to certain situations, ghost you, so that way you can react. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if somebody poured out some sort of pain, right? And then you go to check on them, and then the next minute they ghosting you. You're like, what the fuck? It's like somebody needs you to feel the way that they feel. Like, don't, make sure you hold your own emotions. But again, like I said, this could be somebody that is very, very close to you. Very close to you. They know your temptations. They know what tempts you. They know what gets you hot and bothered. They know what gets you uneasy. They know what gets you in your head. This is fucking up your nervous system. Whoever is gonna, like, this is really fucking up your nervous system, because this is like you always start anew. And I feel like these are people around you, and I'm not saying like stability, because you can be stable and move the fuck around a lot, okay? You can have a lot of stability in within, like in your emotions, your finances, everything, and you just like to travel, you just like to move around. But the physical eye says unstable. The physical eye says, you jump around here and there, and then you're unsafe, this and the third. But that's the physical eye. And this can be coming from people who actually stay in one place for a very, 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 very long time. Conditions can be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like just settling. Thank you, Spirit. And you don't settle. That's what I'm hearing. Like, you don't settle. There's good settling, there's bad settling. I feel like if you want to find places where you would enjoy living, like your forever home, retirement, you move around, because it's like you have to feel it first. Like, you just don't do your research on paper and say, okay, you have to actually go, and you have to experience the location. And I feel like there can be people who may see that as being emotionally unbalanced or very impulsive. And I feel like they're basing it off of a real of a trait that you could have picked up in some sort of childhood here. So say you have parents that were very disconnected. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands. I feel like you always are being challenged here, collective. I feel like people can also get off on your when you fight back, you know, when you get on the defense, you know. But I feel like you could have learned something here with the realization, prosperity, where you lost me, where the truth hurts, where the clear eyes open up. But it's something here within. Yeah, we got the Magician coming out with the Four Wands. You have the ability to manifest all things here, collective. Everything that happens in your life. Oh, Nine of Pentacles, that's what's up. This is prosperity, the stability. We have the Ten of Swords here. Something is over. Like, you know, it's something that you're seeing that is just completely over here. Queen of Cups. You're giving yourself a lot of benefit of the doubt here. But you are definitely manifesting some new changes into your life here, collective. Okay, the fruits of your labor. It's like God sees your heart. Okay, He knows that you deserve the stability after the heartache, after the pain, after the betrayals here, collective. And the only person that's going to give it to you is you. It's like, stop looking for other people to understand your pain, your suffering, your fights, because they're also in competition with you here, collective. These are not the people that you need to be in that kind of energy with, because they're struggling themselves, is what Spirit is saying. We have the Star at the bottom of the deck. You're going to realize this shit here right here. The truth hurts. Who've been betraying you, why they've been betraying you. Because somebody doesn't want to see you walk the fuck off with the Eight of Cups. Somebody doesn't want you to rise with the Star. I'm about to let y'all see the cards so y'all can see the energy real fast. Okay. All right. Yeah, so somebody knows that you're rising. The moment you decide to make a power move here, collective, that Star is going to pop right the fuck out. I swear on God. Yup, because a lot of good things is going to start coming to you, because you're no longer going to have these blockages with the Ten of Swords energy. But it's like your pain has made you stronger. It has built you, and it has caused you to bring in your compassion inwards. It's like you understand and you see what's happening. If somebody else hurts somebody else, right, and they vent to you or they come to you in some sort of way or whatever, and then they know like you're that person that's going to give them that good pep talk, you're going to stay on the phone all day, you're going to sacrifice any fucking thing that you got going on at the moment, right, for them. If somebody knows this here, collective, like they really enjoy, you know, making you feel like shit. They want you to feel like them. And these are not real good people. And I'm not saying like, you know, they are doing this purposely, but they can possibly be doing this purposely. And I feel like this is being done purposely, collective. And I feel like you know this as well. This was a reality check. You see something with clear eyes. Everything is a circle. What goes around comes around. Okay? That's why people be fucked up with the Eight of Cups energy. I feel like here, collective, you might have like a lot of relationships that just didn't work out, and you always walk away from your shit because you know your worth, and other people be like, oh, because you aren't strong enough, or oh, you give up too easily, oh, you're supposed to fight for certain things in your life. So say for instance, right, you can have one parent, right, that it doesn't matter if their kids is wrong, it doesn't matter the choices that their kids make, whatever, they ride or die no matter what, right? They in the storm with their kids, right? And you could be on the other hand and you're like, you know what, I'm ride or die with my kids, but this is their decisions. I don't control them. I can't make them do anything they don't want to do. I can only support them in the capacity in which I know how to, you know, support them in. And somebody that looks at you and how you're handling things, so that way you can protect your own mental health and your own emotional peace. And because you're healing some fucking shit from your base, from your root chakra, and it's like people don't want to see you doing better than them. So you can get around these people who can kind of ice cold you out, because it's like they feel like you're better than them here, collective. They don't say it, and it's so fucking crazy, because it can be like they can have a big tight-knit family. It can look like they have all the shit going on or whatever. They always together, and that's a beautiful thing. It really is. But not everybody's walk is going to be the same when it comes to relationships with, parent-child dynamics, or, a partnership dynamic, or a work dynamic. Take it as it resonates, whatever the connection is. But I do feel like you had to fight a lot. You had to fight, and it's caused you a lot of disappointment, and you may have felt abandoned at times, where you may not be really interested in love at this time with the Four of Cups. So it's like the Eight of Cups going straight into the Four of Cups, like, no, I'm good right now. You know what I'm saying? Because when I have my King of Cups and stuff like that or whatever, and I've been trying to get people to see me, and really fuck with me for real, they only disappoint me anyway. So it ends no matter what. Eight of Cups, King of Cups to the Seven of Wands, right? So it's like you're stopping the fight. Okay, it's no more fight. The Fool to the Seven of Wands, it's like you're done fighting. I feel like you're taking time out for yourself at this time. You're healing certain emotions here, collective. Some people can really find you as being very cold at this time, because it's like you're saying no. Okay, and you can possibly be used to saying yes, or people can think that you are a yes person, especially if they hear some sort of story involving your past. Okay, we have the Strength, and this is something that's going to definitely build you. There's going to be a lot of courage here, a lot of balance, and I feel like a lot of passion is going to come from this pain, from passion. And it's like you're not turning yourself against you, or you're not turning away from yourself. It's like fine for other people to do that to you. That's cool. You know what they say? Be careful be careful dealing with a loner. Okay, and you might be a loner here, collective, and it's like you don't run and seek a whole lot of validation. You don't do none of that shit. And again, I feel like with some of the temptation, some of the healing here, how we have all the social media going on right now. You might not be very active in social media. You may have once been very active in social media, but now you're no longer seeking that outside validation, because you already see, like, motherfuckers be snakes. They be nosy for no reason. They follow people that they don't even know off your page. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they do like real sneaky dumb shit. So I feel like here, collective, you're just like exhausted with the energies that circulate, period. And this is taking a lot of strength, okay? Because you was in this energy at one point in time, and I feel like the people that's come from your past seen this change from you, and it's pretty much like that inner conflict that they have with themselves. They fucking cannot stand you here, collective, because you have all the strength to kind of step away from all the validation and all the other kind of stuff, and you like the loner. So this is why they're going to make you feel bad when you have to step away from things that no longer serve you. You feel what I'm saying? So we have the Knight of Pentacles that's clarifying the Magician to the Four of Wands. Okay, so something is going to come in very slow and steady for you here, collective, but it's going to take a lot of hard work. So it's something where you have to continue telling yourself, like, you know what, be very, very gracious to yourself, be very compassionate to yourself, and know that, your hard work is definitely going to pay off. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles to the Four of Wands, and we have the Five of Cups. People are not going to be happy about this. People are not going to be happy about you realizing some shit within yourself that's going to like build your finances, your wealth, your status, your prosperity. And it's like going to be like, wow, why the fuck why did we do that to collective? And I feel like at that point in time, there's not going to be no turning back here, collective. I feel like you might go you might just be like, you know what, you're going to find some place that you really enjoy being, and you're going to make it work here. We have the Six of Pentacles. It's going to bring some sort of balance, some sort of harmony. I feel like this is going to be a place where you can also give some offerings to. So you might join a church or something like that. I don't know. doesn't have to be a church, but it's somewhere where you're going to be giving back some sort of feedback, some sort of energy, some sort of service. Okay. Yeah. And you're gonna have to like turn your back on things that caused you a lot of loss and disappointments, and this is just going to be necessary for your growth. Okay. The Ten of Swords to the Star is the Emperor, so it's some sort of leadership coming out of this. Okay, or you had to take some sort of control over your own destiny and not allow other people to try to dictate where you're going in life. Here we have the Queen of Cups to the Star is the Five of Pentacles. It's like you're no longer allowing motherfuckers to hold you back. Okay, you're no longer allowing people to cause you some any kind of loss in your life here, or isolate you. All right, or make you feel insecure, or about you wanting to be a loner, or having certain boundaries for yourself, or recognizing the truth. Okay, and this shit is gonna hurt, collective, because the people that you love, the people that you really don't want to give up on, oh god, the people that you really don't want to give up on, the people that you really don't want to give up on, I'm sorry, because something just fell on the side of the bed, but the people that you really don't want to give up on, right? You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. And this is what's gonna bring you straight into victory and success with the Six of Wands. It's like you already know what's holding you back here, collective. You do. And this is why it hurts. The truth always hurts. But this power move is going to be so much bigger than holding on to people that's not really happy for you. It's like God is not even going to bless this with this sun energy. Wow. God is not even going to bless this until you decide to make the proper moves here, collective. Because it's like God is showing you this is what's holding you back. This is what slows you up. This is what does this. This is what does this. And it's not, again, saying that these people, like, it's energies around you that just don't, you don't see things the same way. Okay. You don't see things the same way. So we have the sun. Yeah, you have to move. You have to move, collective. Wow. You have to move. We have the sun to the Three of Wands. Okay. Followed by the Ace of Cups to the Empress. You have to move. You definitely do. And it's like, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You following your own heart. You following your own emotional compass. What you see love as being, these people don't see love the same way. And it's like, why stay in company when you just can't get along? When there's always going to be secret animosity, when there's always going to be secret competition. It's like, it's blocking your fucking blessings, collective. God is not going to send you into the Six of Wands energy. If you still have this energy lingering around you, you got to clear it out. You have to. And I know it's hard here because you're such a nurturing type of individual. All right, let me show y'all the cards here. You got the Nine of Cups, but I'm not being called to read that. So here's your spread, y'all. This is your spread. This is beautiful. This is like also knowing like things ain't going to stay bad forever, and there's some people who just be like, listen, that will never happen for you. You will never, like, just say you want to be famous, or you will never be famous. Why? Because you're not doing such. This is their opinion, and people will definitely keep you back with that Five of Pentacles because of their own fear, because of their fear, because of their disconnect. All right, final message. Finally, because these people are exhausting. Reading them, oh God, and like reading how they're in your energy here, collective, and how you're healing and your base chakras and stuff like that, and how people play on the things that they know that you're tempted by. It's like, you know what? It's all good. It's all good. That only tells you more about them than it does about you. We have Tower, unplug and relax for a spell. The number 3 can be of significance. Sleepy. It says it's time you took a step back and spent some quality time with your one true best friend, yourself. Look up some yoga videos on YouTube. Try out guided meditation. Read a book from a genre you might not usually read. Take a morning stroll around your neighborhood and discover places you've never been before. When we take the time needed to recharge, we're paying the greatest respect to ourselves. That's what I'm talking about. Collective. Like I said earlier in the read about the chaos, when you step away from chaos, you're giving yourself time to recharge. Other people feel like, no, there ain't no recharging. This is all or nothing. This is black and white to them. And you're like, no, there's a gray area. You know, I really don't have to be here for this, but I can be here for that. And if this is affecting me in a negative way, I can remove myself. It's like somebody feels like you shouldn't have that ability because they didn't do it for themselves. And yes, when you don't do it for yourself, yeah, you will have a lot of people around you applauding you. You will have a lot of family still sticking by you because you decided to be a doormat. You decided to be a doormat. The strong, quote unquote, the strong one that always got to deal with other people's shit, that don't run out and, you know, take cover so you can feel, so that way you can repair yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's like really to each his own, okay? Because if I was to read it the other way around, you know what I'm saying? There are people who, like, again, there are matriarchs and patriarchs of the family. And, like, these are the people who, they there thick and thin no matter what. But at the same time, they're being respected by the people who are bringing the problems. Because it's like, damn, you can really go and take care of yourself, but you're not. You know? But... unplug and relax for a spell. This is your message, guys. I want to thank you so much for joining the channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Until next time, peace.